Hey guys, this is Vadim with MaxTech, and this right here is Apple's brand new 16-inch MacBook Pro. It's actually fully spec'd out with a 2.4 GHz 8-core i9 processor, 32 GB of RAM, and the highest end 5500M 8GB graphics card. And in this video, we're gonna be testing gaming performance, playing Call of Duty's all-new Modern Warfare, and we're also gonna be testing out a couple of benchmarks, Unigine Heaven and 3D Mark's Time Spy, and we're gonna compare this model to the base 5300M 4GB graphics to see if it's actually worth spending the extra cash, the extra $200, to get the fully spec'd out graphics for gaming. Now I want to remind you guys that these graphics cards just got the very first drivers for Windows 10 using Boot Camp, so they might have some glitches or some performance issues, and performance should generally improve over time. So let's get right into it and see how much FPS we can get on the 16-inch MacBook Pro. Alright guys, so here I am in Boot Camp on the fully spec'd out 16-inch MacBook Pro with the 2.4 GHz i9 8-core CPU and the best graphics with 8 GB of video memory. So let's get right into Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So first things first, I've got to fix these textures because I think it's a driver issue. So, right, this is weird. I'm gonna switch the settings right now. Let's see. I'm gonna turn down the texture resolution a little bit because I'm not sure what's going on here. Textures are still screwed up, but FPS is better. We definitely don't need this much FPS. Woo! What is going on? So 150 FPS, still looking good. Oh, I'm gonna go into the options. I'm going to set the render resolution to 75 now. Let's see what that does. 75, that's 1440p. Looks like now we're honestly averaging around 50, 60 FPS. So the fans are definitely really loud, but luckily the speakers are also really good and really loud as well. Or of course you can wear headphones while playing on the MacBook Pro. Definitely seeing around 70 FPS with these settings, which actually that's like the sweet spot. You want to be a little bit higher so that when it dips down, it goes down to 60 and not much lower than that. So the only issue is that we're still experiencing these weird glitched graphics. I'm going to turn down the texture resolution down to low. That's all off. Let me turn off these cache spot shadows. Let me see if that actually helps. I'll turn the resolution back to normal and see how that plays. Alright, so those shadows are now off. Still getting about 75, 70 FPS. To be honest, I think these are the best settings right here. I'll show you guys in just a minute. It's working incredibly well so far. So I still don't know what's up with these textures. They're really messed up. Luckily the FPS is fine, but the textures are just screwed up right now. Really screwed up. I mean, look at that. The FPS is still good at around 70. Sometimes it dips down to 60, which is fine. Any lower than that, you don't really want. Oh, almost got him in the face. So with these screwed up textures, when we get new drivers out, it's definitely going to improve. So that's going to go away and the FPS is actually going to get better as well. So that's really nice that we're getting this much FPS, around 70 so far. Got him. Ooh, did I get him in the face? Got him. Oh, he's up there. Right, so real quick, let me show you guys those settings again. We're at 2304 by 1440. That's 75% render resolution. Going down, we're at normal textures, low on those. All the shadows are either disabled or low. And right now we're getting really good frame rates, around 70 FPS with dips going down to 60. So I'd say this is pretty good. Gotcha. Oh, so close. I almost had you, bro. Woo. Woo, got him. So I'd say buying a 16-inch MacBook Pro and being able to play some games on the side, definitely pretty nice, you know, buying it for productivity kind of stuff. So far, I'm extremely impressed because you usually don't play at 1440p on a laptop, and we were able to play at that resolution at around 70 FPS average, and that's with brand new drivers that are definitely having issues, as you guys saw with all those graphics, glitches, and everything else. Now, we did actually play with the base $2,400 16-inch MacBook Pro that's packing the 5300M 4GB graphics. Now, before I tell you how that performed, let me quickly go through a couple of the benchmarks that we ran and show you the differences between the two. Now, in Unigine Heaven's Extreme preset, there actually wasn't that much of a performance boost going to the more expensive graphics. And interestingly, there actually wasn't a big difference between Windows and Mac OS for that test, so that could mean that the drivers are still underperforming in Windows, or that can mean that Mac OS is actually catching up with gaming performance. We're not exactly sure. We'll see how the newer drivers perform after this. Now, we also tested 3D Mark's Time Spy benchmark, and to our surprise, the base model actually scored higher than the higher end model, which doesn't really make any sense. We're not sure why this happened. Maybe it's driver issues or something like that. But in Modern Warfare, the base model actually performed exactly the same as the higher end model. We got around 70 FPS average on both of these machines at 1440p, and it's interesting that the VRAM usage on both of these machines was under 3 GB. So right now it looks like you don't need the extra 4 GB with the highest end 5500M 8GB model. And seeing how both of these machines actually got the same FPS, right now it does not make sense to spend the extra $100 or the extra $200 on the better graphics card. So if you're planning on doing some gaming, the base graphics will actually be fine for you right now, because getting 75 FPS at 1440p is actually really, really nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that circle above to subscribe, because we've got some more videos on the 16-inch MacBook Pro coming up very soon. And if you want to check out some more of those videos, we've got some right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.